March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, and these injuries can span anywhere from mild cases to very severe cases, and it affects a slew of people. KLBK's Maddie Powers talked to one of those people today who has suffered from a brain injury himself. Maddie?
Terry, this is Michael Vasquez. He's a disabled Army veteran who did 2 tours in the Middle East, one in Iraq and the other one in Afghanistan. During and since his time in the service, Vasquez says his brain injuries have been challenging, but haven't stopped him from living his best life.
The Afghanistan tour in 2009, I was blown up in my vehicle by a few RPGs. He took shrapnel. I had a spinal cord injury and brain injury.
Along with tragically losing his legs, Michael Vasquez still remembers suffering from a traumatic brain injury from his time overseas and then having to undergo extensive treatment.
For me, in 2009, when I was blown up, it affected the career portion of my brain and the cerebellum and the cerebral tonsils. Ended up having to get part of my cerebellum removed and my cerebral tonsils removed. I had a pretty big skull in the back of my head for you that went in there.
His injury caused him to have trouble with eating, swallowing, and even hand-eye coordination. And having part of his cerebellum removed is what put him in a wheelchair.
Because a lot of people don't know that this cerebellum has a lot to do with the balance and coordination.
And about 12 years later, he suffered a second brain injury.
In 2021, I also had another brain injury and spinal cord injury, but from a skydive.
It's brain injuries like this that Moody Neurorehabilitation in Lubbock specializes in treating.
What our doctors and therapists do is assess a patient for abnormal functioning. The job of a therapist at that point is to identify tasks that the patient is having trouble completing, to break down that task into the skills needed to complete it successfully.
Moody Neurorehabilitation says there are around 3 million brain injuries every year in the U.S., and Vasquez works to this day to help those going through the same thing he did.
And so I try to coordinate with other veterans preaching this Bible to kind of help veterans that are in similar situations.
This month is a great start to raise awareness, and hopefully it grows from there.
And Vasquez doesn't let his injuries stop him from living his life to the fullest. He's a professional demonstration skydiver and works closely with the Halo for Freedom Warrior Foundation, helping other wounded warriors undergoing their healing process.
Maddie, thank you very much.